Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to my channel. This is Lighthouse. My name is Light. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share. Take what resonates with these messages, leave what does not. Excuse me. Everything is not for everybody. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, you may do so at my website, 𝓂LISSA'S.com, or contact me on my Instagram page, 𝓂LISSA'S79. As always, I'd like to thank my angels, my archangels, my guides, my ancestors, the divine, for allowing me to be a clear channel. This is a reading from passed away loved ones. And I'm going to be using my Talking to Heaven deck. See, life is a series of choices. Choose love. I also heard life is a box of chocolates. They're asking me to read from the actual guidebook this time. Love is the true nature of your soul. By making a choice from love instead of fear, you are saying yes to God. I remember in life when I would let other people's opinions of me define who I was. I was never good enough to be accepted. That was because I was living in fear. Excuse me. But now I know how much more powerful love is. By making the right choices, you can welcome abundance into every aspect of your life. And I want nothing more for you to be happy. So with every choice you make, stay true to your natures and choose love. Fear separates, love unites. From over here, I will try to remind you to always attempt to see love in all that you do. That way you can live a happier and more fulfilling life while on earth. I'm being moved to tell you, I'm going to try to get this story as correct as I can. It was a story about a boy who had passed away, and his father kept crying because he couldn't get over his son's death. His son was a child. I think it was like a 12-year-old. I don't know if this was, made up or, loosely based or true story, but it was a good, the message was very touching, very heartwarming, and straight to the point. So this father had lost his, let's say 12 for the, just to go with the story. And he kept crying about his son. He couldn't get over the fact that he had lost his son. And I don't know how much time had passed, maybe 2 or 3 years, and he was still crying like it had just happened. And one day an angel came to visit him and took him to heaven. He took him into a room of other children that had recently passed away, or, within the last 2 years passed away. And
are you recording?
I am recording.
Yes?
Yes, hold on 1 second. Yeah, give me 1 second. Give me a second, guys. I'm so sorry. My daughter wanted to use my mirror, and I told her not right now because I'm recording. So the angel takes the father to this room of children, recently departed children, and he doesn't ask, he asks, who are these children? And so the angel tells him, children that have recently passed away. And so he wanted to know where his son was. The angel explained to him that his son was not in the room with all the children because he kept crying and crying and crying. And his tears didn't allow his son, his child, to move on or move up or move out of that room of emotion because they kept crying. He kept crying. When he found that out, and the little boy was looking sad because he was alone, everybody else, was in a room together, but the son, the father's son, was not there. And so when he found, he saw that was why the son was sad. I don't remember in the story if the angel asked him to stop crying or the son asked him. I think it was the son that asked the father, Daddy, I know you miss me, but you have to stop crying. I need to move on. When he found that it was the reason why his son was isolated from all the other recently departed children was because he kept crying and it wouldn't allow him to move on. He said a prayer. He cried one last time. And he let it go and he gave it to God. From that moment on, his son was able to join the other people, other children, in fulfilling their life's plan. Spirit asked me to share that message with you. Any other messages from past on loved ones? I'm hearing get him to the Greek. I see all of your thoughts. I'm getting digital printing, digital press. I said make it a Kodak moment. Oh, look at this. Make it a Kodak moment. Maybe you or the person were photographers or you guys have a shitload of pictures. They said a memory box. I have a memory box. They said a shadow box too. But they're asking me to read the verbiage from the guidebook this time. I see all of your thoughts. Let's see what that one says. And that's wild because maybe this was a twin flame or a soulmate I'm getting, because the first card, life is a series of choices, choose love, was on 75. And this one is on 57. This I see all of your thoughts is on page 57. I can now hear your thoughts and feeling so much more clearly than when I was living in my physical body. Back then I was consumed with my own ego thoughts and distracted by my own fears. Now that I'm free of those shackles, I can focus upon giving and loving. So whenever you'd like to talk, I can clearly hear you. Just think my name and then trust the thoughts and feelings that you receive from me. Those are my communications with you. They're saying, they're singing, these are my confessions. I totally respect your free will and I would never impose my own will onto you. I only want what is best for you. So please talk. Excuse me. So please know that I'm here when you wish to talk. I love you. I had to leave that way is just, I had to leave that way is the next card out. They're asking me to bring these numbers to you. This is on page 49 because these numbers are significant to somebody. I had to leave this way. Every time I see this card, I think of climbing the corporate ladder. Please don't relive my death in your mind. As for my, please do not relive your death in my mind. As for my perspective, it was very different from how you imagine. To me, it was like a dream that culminated in a very happy ending. Yes, I was so sad to leave you, our loved ones, and our life together. But I have to be honest and say that I am truly happy here. My soul is so enriched by all that I am learning. And I'm still able to be with you and help you. I am finally free of all earthly suffering, which allows me to love you even more than before. I'm hearing somebody breaking out into tears, sobbing, soft sobbing. My life plan was designed with divine wisdom, and that included the timing and the way in which I exited. It is the same with your life and everyone else's. I'm going to repeat that because they're asking me to. 922 is significant. My life plan was designed with divine wisdom, and that included the timing and the way in which I exited. It is the same with your life and with everyone else's. It is exciting to finally know these truths, and I share them with you. Please know that I am truly sorry that the mode of my passing brought pain to you, and yet everything happened exactly as it was supposed to happen. You couldn't have stopped it or changed anything. There was no other way. You have nothing to feel guilty about. I feel like for some people that you haven't spoken to this person in a long time, maybe you were mad at them. They're showing me M. And then I'm hearing mother, mater. Or maybe it was a mate or an ex-boyfriend, an old lover, I'm hearing. Wow, that's the last card in the book. The last entry in the diary, so to speak. And maybe you or this person had a diary. They said the rubber band man. You have nothing to feel guilty about, sweetheart. I see you torturing yourself with what if questions concerning my life, health, and passing. You wonder whether you could have intervened, that I'd be still in my excuse me. Let me read that again. I'm just butchering the words, and maybe you or the person we're discussing was a butcher. That said Bleecker Street, Christopher Street, and then they're telling me Dwayne Reed, as in Dwayne Reed Pharmacy, and Dwayne Street, and Reed Street. They said Skimmerhorn. I know that's in Brooklyn, and you hear that toot. They said Arsenal West, Battery Park, Columbus Circle. Wow. Okay. Then they're saying Union Square. They're showing me 14th Street, and they show me lower. Is it the Lower East Side? You wonder whether you could have intervened so that I'd still be in my physical body. I am standing right next to you right now to soothe away these thoughts. It is so important for you to understand that you did nothing wrong, that my physical passing was divinely timed, and anything you couldn't, my physical passing was divinely timed, and that you couldn't have changed anything. Please do not burden yourself with guilt any longer. Guilt is a complete waste of your earthly time, which is meant to be used in service of love. Guilt doesn't undo anything. I have forgiven myself for everything I have forgiven myself for everything that I think I did or did not do, but in the end I learned that everything's already forgiven, and I pray that you also forgive yourself, because you are so loved and so understood. And they said, they're singing, I'm just a soul whose intentions are good. Please don't let me be misunderstood. Remember, the happy times we created is the next. You have nothing to feel guilty about was 103. And then I'm thinking 103 is Spanish Harlem. So yeah, this is definitely New York. They showed me the NYC Department of Parks and Recreation. I used to work at Arsenal West, as it turns out, close to Columbus Circle, which is 59th Street, and that's definitely West Side. And then they said Riverside Highway, the West Side. Riverside Drive, West Side Highway, so that's definitely Lower East Side, Lower West Side. They said LES on a murder quest, so yeah. Nas is significant, Queens is significant, Ill Will is significant. Remember Me by the Happy Times that we created. That's 83, 83rd Street. They said on the 6th train. I don't know if 83rd Street is on the 6th train, but that's what they're telling me. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to, or is it 86th Street? No, there is an 86th Street stop, but they said or 83rd Street, as in. Look at this. Look at my phone. 83 degrees. 83rd Street. 86th Street is the stop, they said, but it's on 83rd Street. Something has to do with it. Remember Me by the Happy Times that we created, 83. I can see you remembering me with heaviness in your heart because you worry and you grieve. These are normal, beautiful, and understandable emotions, and they are part of your healing. However, when the dust settles, I really wish that you would focus upon our happy times instead of the sad ending. Keep my memory alive by thinking of me at your most joyful times. when something stirs a pleasant memory, talk to me about this and know that I will hear you and share the same sentimental moment with you. Again, it's a Kodak moment. Did I show you the last card? You have nothing to feel guilty about. And then I'm feeling that somebody is getting clouds. They said, talk to the cloud people, the rainmaker, they said. They said T.I. back then. Look up that song, the lyrics to look up the lyrics to the song T.I. back then. I am so much better now. They said there's light at the end of the tunnel. I can see clearly now the rain is gone. And there you go, the rainmaker. So maybe your name is Rain. They said Rain, Phoenix, and Joaquin. A river runs through it. Lucky Charms. I am so much better now. Let's see. Let's see. 35. That's page 35. Yeah, they told me to tell you guys the numbers because these numbers are significant. I am so much better now. I know you worry about me, and I know you wonder how I suffered. I know you worry about me, and you wonder how much I suffered in my life in passing. Both you and I would feel so much better, though, if you would focus on the present. I promise you that you would feel a million% better now that I'm here. Your love for me is a true miracle, especially after all that we went through together. I value and honor your love more than you will ever know. Now that I am out of my physical body, there is no more pain or suffering. I am free. My mind is also healthy as I no longer have to worry about any of the stressful parts of earth life. Truly, the only thing that would make me happier is for you to be happy. And as much as you pray for me, I pray for your happiness too. I love you. They're telling me to pull 2 cards from the Angel Answers deck. You guys gonna see my arm. Bear with me 1 second. I'm ordering my desk and I can't wait for it to come. Well, I haven't ordered it yet, but I'm actually looking. I'm the type of person that I'm in no rush to keep up with the Joneses, okay? I keep up with myself. I keep up with what Spirit tells me is divine timing for me and my journey. So, 2 questions. They said ask yourself 2 questions. Look at this. They're telling me this is a bonus card, they said. And then they're saying somebody's about to get a bonus at work. Choose a new direction. They said focus on yourself. Do not focus on your loved ones. Just like the story that I relayed. They cannot move on and do what they have to do. And sometimes what they have to do is help you. Help others that are in need. But if you hold on longer than you need to, it's okay to grieve. But it's not okay to grieve like it just happened. Because you're not being productive. You're not being prudent, they said. And then they said Providence, Rhode Island. So they're saying divine providence, divine prudence. The first answer to your question is trust. Trust in divine timing. Trust the process. Trust your ancestors and your angels. The second answer to your question is big happy changes. And the big happy changes, I feel, is for you to focus on yourself, focus on your money, focus on your children, focus on the people that love you. I'm not the only person that loves you, I heard. All right, guys, that's the last. It came out again. It flipped out again. Big happy changes. That's right. They said you have money coming your way. You have magic and miracles coming your way. Thank you so much for listening to my channel. Thank you for the likes, subscribes, shares, comments. Thank you for the donations to my channel. 𝓂LISSA'S Lighthouse is the website is where you can book a reading if you'd like to book one, or you can contact me on my Instagram page, 𝓂LISSA'S Lighthouse 79. Be well. See you next video.